what does the Eastern Cape Rural Development Agency do?
Well, we are a public agency. We are an implementing agent of the Department of Rural Development and Agrarian Reform in the Eastern Cape, meaning that we have been mandated to be the facilitators and implementers of initiatives that focuses on high impacts in the province, and these are projects related to agriculture, forestry, livestock, as well as renewable energy. But our focus mainly is in those rural communities where government wants to maximize the impact in terms of reaching out to the people.
So which are the most high impact projects?
Our most high impact priority programs, which is the forestry, that's the first one, which focuses on working with 6 different projects located throughout the province. And this is an initiative that was funded by the Jobs Fund in partnership with ourselves. And then the second one is agro-processing, which is focusing on grain production. Now here we have got what we call the Rural Enterprise Development Hubs that we have selected throughout the province. And what we are doing is to implement these initiatives in selected areas by targeting smallholder farmers, those who produce for the market. So basically we want to make big impact linking primary production, agro-processing, and then the markets.
Would you say are taking smallholders up the value chain?
Exactly. We want them to participate in the value chain because we know a lot of money is in the value chain, and that's why they cannot just only produce, but we want them also to be owners of the businesses. And that's why we are moving from the social enterprise aspect of it, where we have now to commercialize these enterprises. And this is why we came here to this investment Indaba, to ensure that we profile these projects, we show the potential that these projects have, that's in the grain production, processing and marketing, as well as the forest one, in terms of plantations that we are putting up in the province, and also linking them to the processing of this timber and getting to the market. And then the other component is on the livestock. As you know that the province of the Eastern Cape, we have the largest number of livestock in the country, but we import most of the meat that is coming from other provinces.
Doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. So this is why ECRIDA have got that mandate to ensure that we maximize and make some value addition to this livestock, and that can generate local economy for the people, and that the people can also participate in the broader economy of the Eastern Cape itself. So this is a big mandate that ECRIDA has.
What kind of trees are you planting?
For the forestry one, we are focusing on the eucalyptus. We know that this one is the best tree that we have at the moment, because it's taking shorter from planting to maturity when people can start harvesting. We are doing away with the pine because of the lengthy period that people have to wait for before you can start harvesting.
Aren't there concerns about water with eucalyptus?
Well, the issue is that we have got obtained water licenses for all the land that we have planted on, which meaning that the Department of Agriculture and Forestry is happy in terms of the environmental impact assessment that they have done in these communities, and this is why we are moving that actually there is great opportunity to expand. And I think we have created a lot of partnerships with the companies like SAPI, PG Bison, those who are supporting us in the forestry. They see the Eastern Cape as the next potential growth area for their business. And that's why we are very proud to come on board as ECRIDA to support the work that we're doing in these communities.
Who's partnering with you on the grain side?
On the grain side, we have created partnerships with the private companies, especially in the marketing. We have been working with a company called Ispaza that has been trying to help us to market. Then we have also brought Grain SA, which is a very competent organization in terms of giving support to the farmers, as well as Humans.coop. We have partnered with them because they have got the skills and that they can impart to those smallholder farmers who are grouped in cooperatives, so that we can upscale the production, or not only relying from those who are located in the sites, but also to bring other farmers, those who can support from the same localities where maize is being grown. So with the skills of Grain SA, as well as Humans.coop, with their support and logistics support, the inputs and chemicals, we believe that actually we'll be able to sell a very good story to anybody who's coming to invest in the Eastern Cape.
Sounds like a really good story of cooperation, especially with Grain SA.
Yes.
It's a good case of South Africans helping each other out with the skills that everybody needs.
That's true. When you look at the land in the Eastern Cape, we've got about 300,000 hectares potential for arable farming. Now we are working right now at about 47,000 hectares. So we have got a very big demand in terms of expanding and growing that base. And that's why you bring partners like Grain SA with so vast experience to come and push up the figures that we can be able to reach out to many farmers and make them participate in the whole primary production, value chain processing, linking them to the market. So it's a partnership that's working.
And finally, communal land tenure, is that a factor?
Well, the issue that, as you know, majority of the land in the Eastern Cape is, yes, communally owned, but also majority of it is held by the trust or CPAs, meaning that they're registered owner of this land and they're putting it up for lease, where there are offtake agreements and lease agreements to utilize that land. So most of the farmers that we're working with, they are contributing and aggregating this land together so that this land can be used for a good purpose instead of leaving it fallow, lying without doing anything. And this is why our work with these cooperatives, it is now bringing out the economic value of the land that has been sleeping without any usage.
When do you expect to start seeing results?
Well, we have been in the process of implementing now for the past 3.5 years. And we believe now we have reached a stage where we have to commercialize the enterprises that we're working on. And we believe that by bringing some private investment, it will upscale the production as well as now economic sense of making business, these that become business in their own right. So we are pushing that within the next 2 years, we should see these entities or red hubs operating at the optimum level, being able to make profits and being able also to pay dividends to the farmers, those who are producing the feedstock, the raw materials that we are obtaining from all the areas.
We wish you the greatest success. It sounds like a wonderful venture.
Thanks very much, and we appreciate for having been part of this Indaba investment session.